Hello, overclocked tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play some more Fire Emblem Cerulean Crescent. Oh, microphone. With me, BlueAnkylo. Let's move that to the correct location. So I turned the background music down a little bit from the last episode to this one. Seems like it was a little bit loud, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy having a wider soundtrack than some of these games can handle, especially as they get into the 30, 40, 100 hour kind of range. But again, not to say anything's wrong with the Romhack's music. It's great. Maybe I'll go back to it after a few episodes. But yeah, today's music album is another overclocked remix album. It's the Final Fantasy VI Balance and Ruin one. Probably my favorite if I had to pick one. It was pretty good. It actually is maybe too quiet. Okay, something in between last time and this time. We'll see how it does. Anyway, last episode what did we do? We beat up some guys. We always beat up some guys. That doesn't tell you anything. We defended Irindi from some invading pirates. And then at the end of the episode, I got a little bit annoyed by the group not wanting to kill the people that invaded us, I guess. It's a bit more complicated, but the summary is pirates bad, salt sworn, trying to kill us. We got a lot of enemies, and we're probably going to take the fight back to them. So let's go do that. Except, surprise, it's a dull meeting. It's a Gaiden chapter. So we're not doing that yet. This will probably be a quicker episode, I think. The Sanctuary. Welcome, Chief. You're cutting it a bit close this time. I was told horseback would be faster than boat. Bunch of liars. My horse ran off. I had to walk the rest of the way. With little to show for it, but a sore backside. I wonder if the horse that helped us in the last map is that horse. The horse probably feared for its safety. It'd be dead if it carried you all this way. He's a big guy. Then it's at fault for being weak. Usual protocol, lads? Usual protocol. Drop your weapons here. Take good care of these. I don't want a repeat of last time when some rookie accidentally made off with my gear. I want to reiterate that it was Sean's fault, not mine. He was on duty. Sure. Always blaming Sean. Let's not forget the rookie was under your watch. But you decided to go drinking. Yeah, I'll leave you fellas to it. Enjoy standing around. We won't. Enjoy whatever it is you important people do. Saying over Sean. Great. So happy to be here. Well, I got some time to burn. I guess I'll see what's going on. So we got Orin. He's our unit now. I guess we should talk about him. He doesn't have a personal weapon because he handed it over. But he does have a personal weapon for later. A halberdier. Generic infantry. Oddly proud of knowing how to use a halberdier. Halberdier. Lances and axes is actually a very good combo. Orin. Who, me? I'm Orin. That's about it. How do I even describe myself? I like eating chicken baked in clay. Sure. He does get a leadership star. His stats are pretty insane, but he is pretty high level for our point of the game. But yeah, 20, 22, 21, stuff like that. It's all pretty good. Not the fastest, lower speed growth that I'd prefer, but, 15's not bad. Because we're in a Gaiden chapter, he's super speedy, but 6 is pretty standard for a promoted unit. He likes the heavy weapons. So if we can get some really heavy weapons that uses high constitution, he gets bonus damage. So if you fight some enemy with some puny little rapier that weighs like 2 or something, and he's got a massive 20 weight axe or whatever, that's an extra, well, whatever the difference is times 4. It could be a lot. So I haven't used Orin. He's another one of the many units that I thought were awesome and never got a chance. So maybe this time, we'll see. And got your back. If this guy drops or rescues, you get another action. So he basically gets a free rescue, which means he can do rescue drops on his own. He could pick someone up, get an extra action, drop them. Now, I don't expect it would be a second turn, and then a third turn, and a fourth turn. Because that would definitely infinite loop it if he could just keep doing it forever. So I doubt it, but, we'll try it out. We'll test it out. Do some science. But even just one extra rescue drop is still very nice in terms of positioning. Maybe not as overpowered as some of our units, but I still think that's good. And there is a different ability that gives you no penalties for carrying people. Probably one of the horse units gets it. That would really combo or synergize with this amazingly well. Because then you could move, pick someone up, not have a penalty, kill something, and then next turn drop them, move again, kill something, right? Like, it would cost the other unit its actions, sort of, or possibly, but Anyway, I could see that being cool. Yeah, obviously has a support with Narissa, A rank, and 2 weapons. Yeah, I mean, what else is there to talk about? Auron seems pretty cool. Probably could have been the protagonist in a different story. Probably was the protagonist in a prequel. So we know one of our units, the Sword Mistress. I forget her name. The old lady with all the murder. She killed his family, and he apparently wants to kill her. But you know, anyway, this is also, I believe, the only Fog of War map in this Romhack. So this does take a lot longer to clear out safely than any other map, I think, of the guidance. But I don't think there's as much to do. There's not as many people to talk to. There's definitely some secrets. Let me just put a save down, because there's some secrets. Because, like, right in this corner, there's this weird random war golem just standing here with a crystal sword and some dinner. And we know our man Auron loves eating birds. So maybe. Unfortunately for now, we don't have a weapon, so we'll have to think about that. And I'll just try not to miss anything. Although I do know where a good chunk of stuff is, because I have played this before and I was very thorough. But I can put it into super speed mode, which hopefully will speed things up a little bit. And we just check everything, right? We just check everything. We'll talk to people. We'll look for little secrets. Unfortunately, there's some secrets where you have to stand on a tile to visit, and unless you're following some sort of guide, this is very difficult. If you happen to have a guide, please share it with me, because, man, I wish I didn't have to spend as long just to find cool stuff like this box. You know, it's got some mana cubes in it. I don't think he needs it, but maybe we'll get to bring it back to the team one day. I think you can still get, yeah, surprise, yeah, fun. I'm kind of glad they don't do Fog of War maps that often anymore. They're not my favorite in most Fire Emblem games. Unari, the only person I'm looking forward to see at this farce. I could say the same. You're looking big. Ate a whole pig before you arrived? Perhaps. And you look as handsome as ever. All ready for some exciting action? I wish. The thought of having to see Jeziel's face for hours is making me feel unwell. Yeah, Prince Jeziel. He hasn't been a prince for 4 decades. Yet he clings to that scrap. And no matter how blue his blood is, he still needs to sit with dirtbags like me at the same table. Her eyes are very red. And don't even get me started on the Guildmaster. I could complain for years. Welcome to... Maybe Auron is my favorite. I mean, I like Mince, but Mince and Auron, maybe... Have we ever seen the two of them in the same room? He's just got a wig on. Enough of that. I heard about the incident. How are you dealing with it? Incident? We solved the Green Tide for now. What? No, I mean about the business with Caliane. She didn't make it to the meeting. What about her? Auron, you can't be this clueless, right? The Coastal Coalition are going to grill you for being complicit in her death. As much as everyone tries to pretend it doesn't exist, there is a peace treaty. Well, I was acting to defend some allies. I didn't even see the Salt Sword, much less fight them. You don't need to convince me, but it's everyone else you gotta worry about. Well, if they reject my explanation, what's the worst they could do? What could possibly go wrong? Put an embargo on me? It's not a good look. I suppose with everything else going down, probably won't matter. Maybe. You have my back, right? Yeah, of course. So this is, I think we've seen Unari once or twice. We will definitely see more of her in the future. Good pal from my adventuring days. The de facto ruler of the White Wastes. Really moving up the life hierarchy. I really like how the unit descriptions change on who your leader is. So if Auron is the leader, everyone's description for their name is what he would say about them. So there's like multiple, like I'm pretty sure if we were running Ellery as our main and we saw Unari, this would be written differently. And I think that's a really cool feature. You know, you could ignore it, you can just move by. Most people can play the game and never even notice. But the fact that it's there, not too hard to find, and it's just a nice little detail, I think that's pretty cool. We can shove people around, so, you know, you can still do that. That's fun. It kind of looks like there's a crack in the wall. Also, there's some shady characters back here. Sequoia. Boss, you sure it's safe to speak here? No worries, good man. The shed shelters us from spying eyes, definitely. Are they ready? They're far less controlled than what I was promised, but we're almost in position. Of course, those oak haulers always overpromise and underdeliver. But you did good. The beast will be a nice surprise for the evening. You honor me, Captain. Does anyone suspect anything? As usual, our plans are without a hitch. The guild has their usual men, and Orin doesn't even have a posse. Perhaps he's too poor. Hey guys! I'll have you know I'm more comfortable just traveling by myself. Who are you? Sneaking on... Chief Orin. Do I look like someone who's sneaky? I think you're just inattentive. Captain, should we silence him? What? Are you mad? I'm pretty sure he could snap their necks. He's pretty strong. I heard something about beasts, and a surprise? Maybe he's just Goku. Are we gonna fight? Are there beasts? Is that for dinner? Do I get to eat some wild antelope? Actually, who are you? I don't recognize you guys. A sensible question. We're the cooks, personally hired by the good prince. We captured the finest of beasts as dinner for the finest men and women. It was meant to be a surprise, but I suppose it's no longer to you. Ah, we're doing dinners now. Ah, it's great. I never did like ending each gathering cold and hungry and miserable. Could I look? The secrets of my trade are not open to prying eyes, good man. You understand? All right, well, keep up the fine work. You think he bought it? I assume so. My performance was simply marvelous. Not much else we can do. I mean, maybe he really is the Goku, just completely naive, just likes to fight things and eat things. You know what? That's how I'm thinking of him from now on. He's just a smiling guy. He likes punching things. I mean, he uses a little bit more weapons, but... Okay, Child Goku had an extendo stick, right? Right? Didn't use it in Dragon Ball Z much, but, you know... Anyway, showing my age. I'll find more secrets. I can't believe the sect sent this guy. Look at this guy. He looks like some generic axe guy from Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance games that's kind of malformed. Either the artist couldn't quite draw him right or... Yeah. Arbiter Lilac. Pleasure to meet you again. See you again. I trust the sect master's seen my letter. The ant knows not why the man steps on its home. Come again? Did the sect master accept my explanation? One's reflection in the water distorts with wind and light. Yeah, don't give me that crap. You weren't speaking like this last time. Is the turtle not more praiseworthy than the hare? Now you're just stringing dumb words together. If you don't want to talk, you could just said so. Yeah, I don't. Look, figure out how to get it. Then have a good day. And choke on a fishbone. I don't think Goku would have gotten it either. Depends. I've watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which if you somehow haven't watched it, highly recommend. Their Goku's even dumber than normal Goku. But so that's a little bit entrenched in my brain. But, you know, it's all good. This is outrageous. Someone of my status to be stopped at the gate by two goons. Yeah, these two goons are pretty sure you were not invited. I was not, but I should be. Don't you know who I am? No. I am the patriarch of the Lake Lutigier John Clan Fisherman Alliance. Ring any bells? No. Gentlemen, what's the commotion? This old man claims to be something John Alliance, I think. You there, you don't look it. But surely you aren't dumber than these two. Let me in. I remember you. You're the leader of those lake pirates. Yeah, currently dogs of the guild. Lake pirates? Are they pirates too wimpy to actually make it on the ocean? I'll have you know we're humble, hardworking fishermen. I resent any... Yeah, kick him out. We don't acknowledge any roadside vermin as a coast lord. Much less one licking the guild's boots. Yep. I, John, will remember this an insult to my name and my clan. Now, I actually know we'll run into John again. His defining trait is that he is actually quite old. Oh, I'm old. He actually does have some combat skills. They just don't want to show it yet. The Johns. We've met a few Johns. You just don't know it. There's a lot of Johns in this place. Oh, there was one little door I kind of missed in my little rounds there. Yeah, don't forget this one. Fairly important. The curse of competence. All those responsibilities. These responsibilities, they keep falling on me. No, you just have to keep records of the food supplies. It'll be easy. Yeah, easy. Now I have to keep track of food, weapons, gold, equipment, medicine, horses, even the monsters. Wait, monsters? No increase in pay? Nothing? No time to myself? No time to dedicate to my tome making? Oh, who the hell do you think you are? I didn't ask for any visitors. Out! Just looking around. You think you can invade my privacy because you just want to look around? Get out! What was that guy's problem? Don't feel bad nicking one of these guys' javelins. Alright, we're gonna use that for trouble. Cause trouble with a stolen javelin. Isn't it the worst when you're the competent one in the group? Some days, yeah, blue gets that sometimes. Maybe too much. Little girl, what are you doing? Trying to open it. Duh. Why are you opening the door? Because I want it to be open. Anything could be behind the door. I could give it a try. Bam! Door busted. I think the door's a little too old. Hope they don't charge me. That's not how you pick a lock. Results are what matters. Well, that was my fun for the next few hours. Now what? Did you not want the door open? Not really. There's nothing else to do. I'm just bored. It was more fun imagining what was behind the door. You could take a look around. I don't know what kids do. Great. I can look at how many lines the floorboard has. Oh, what's this? Something beneath the floorboards? I'll keep this funny looking thing. You can have the boring bottle. Thank you? Elixir! And she stole the Bobby, whatever that is. She stole Bobby. Alright, Florette, she even has a name. Oh, that's right, we will. She is actually an important character. Literally, Jeziel, the crown prince of the coastal lords, whatever they call him. It's his granddaughter. Florette. She's always bored. I don't know why he makes her come. Good point. Yeah, she's some kid. But she does happen to have this priceless idol that's rumored to be a gateway to immortality that's worth at least 10,000 gold. Boy, that'd be nice to have. I need money so bad. So, there is more to do here, and this is at least one secret that I figured out all on my own. Chicken? Maybe chickens always mean secrets. But we need to get back there. How do we get back there? You shove this kid out of the way, right in her face. Then you stand where she was. Oh, you can open another secret door. And if you stand on the throne... What's this? Something type B? Who bothers calling it type B if there's only 2 types? It looks like those fancy texts Nerissa would study. Probably something unimportant. And we'll never know what it was. Because we didn't get anything. So, I say I figured out that secret. But, I mean, it doesn't mean much. Sometimes you can check into, like, trees, like in the fog of war behind you. So anyway, that was that. If there's something more you can do with that one, you guys let me know. But, I tried. But we do have a javelin now, so let's go stab some baddie and get the box. There's a couple obvious ones that are not too difficult. Hey there, War Golem. This place is quite heavily guarded. How did some monster sneak in? Ah, whatever. I'll just deal with it. Get out of here, War Golem. Got some chicken. Nice. Alright, and we know there was a box. Can't seem to get into this building. Boy, Orin does a lot of damage. Got some mana cubes. And then we saw the crack. Destroys the wall in one hit. Orin's really good at just destroying everything. And let me guess. There's something in here. There was no reason for me to break that fence. Except for the fun of it. Which is not a bad reason. Ah, that was a damn good toss. Wait, what's this? Sneaky! Something buried here. Don't mind if I just... was it supposed to do that? Oh, it's all dull. I'll just bury it back. Hope we don't notice. So I'm not sure what he found. If that's a reference to something. If it's just a piece of poop. Or something shiny that went dull. I don't know. Maybe he broke something. Anyway, we did get some passive resistance on him. Which is nice because he doesn't really get any. So hey, he's a little bit more survivable. In case things go bad. Now we got a javelin. We could probably just kill these guys, right? I'm pretty sure we could kill him. I mean, the bolt sword might hurt, but we do a lot of damage with Orin. Anyway, there's still more to do. More to do. I think if I look in behind this wall... Yeah, another box. See? Look at that. I remembered something. Destroy all boxes. So that's some tools. That is money eventually. But now our inventory's full. So, you know, maybe we should eat those chickens. You know what? He doesn't really need the skill. But I'm going to eat that chicken anyway because it makes inventory space. And I don't think we have access to the convoys. So, yum. But I don't think I want him to use the +1 magic. That's not going to do anything. But the skill could be good. Sure. Alright. I think talking to this guy will end. Also, we've got good vision in here because these guys have crazy high vision. So there's nothing in here other than, you know, perhaps secrets. Like by shoving people or something, but... secret shoves. Or like, you know, stand on a tile, get stuff. Apparently there's quite a few of those sorts of secrets. Very hard to guess, I find, where you might find them. We should talk at some point. Honestly, moving these guys around, they have pretty decent vision ranges, so there might be a secret that requires that, although that's kind of weird. I think they've got... oh no, they've got only 2 squares of vision, same as me. But if there was someone who's like considered a thief that's sort of allied like these guys, they have 7 squares of vision, I think. So you probably could use them to explore, but it seems like a bit of a pain. But there's at least one more person to talk to, so let's go talk to this guy. What a nice morning. What business do you have with me, dear boy? I have a minor request regarding your associates on the mainland. That they stop raiding, burning Irindi ships as they come ashore. Oh, I have no idea what you could mean. I have no jurisdiction over the mainland. Did the gods think your men are pirates? Everyone knows that you have House Heron in your pocket. You'd resort to such means to maintain the guild's monopoly? Surely you're not suggesting that I have any insight into the minds of the Highborn. Perhaps you should pay them a visit to sort out any misunderstandings. Yeah, I'd be hanging from the gallows. Well, it's not healthy to be too distrusting. You've been awfully aggressive lately, good man. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sure we can discuss this in greater detail during the meeting. Yeah, I don't know about that guy. So that's the guild representative from, well, the guild master of Yalanzar. That's the one. It's actually a lady. Couldn't have told you. If she died in her sleep, the world would be a happier place. She does have ridiculously good stats, though. So if she ever gets an axe, she's going to be trouble. Let's see. Anything else that we could do? Let's look in this wall. I don't think there's any way to check that square, interestingly enough. The only way I could see the square would be if I can open the door or push someone with a bigger vision range over. Okay, this is probably 99% a waste of time. But I was talking about how this guy specifically has more vision. And since vision is shared and we can just push him around. Gotta be careful not to get him stuck in a corner or anything, but here we go. This is the high-tier gaming content, YouTube channel content you really came to see. BlueAnkylo, pushing green guys around 1 square at a time. They should have just given him Smite, would have saved us some time. Actually, Smite might not be good, because if you could only push people 2 squares at a time, there might be situations with map design, map layouts, where you'd get stuck, and then you couldn't actually solve the puzzle kind of thing, if there was a puzzle. Okay, so we can see the square, there's nothing there. I'm not hugely surprised, but it does work. And, like, I kind of wanted to see up in that corner, too. He's already halfway there. Probably more than halfway there. Like I said, maybe there should be, like, a torch somewhere on this map. I think they just turn torches into Fire Emblems, so they probably don't have a lighting effect. Because I think this is the only map in the hack that actually has Fog of War, like I said. Okay, so furthest I can put him... Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything up here. That's the farthest he can go without getting stuck. But I feel like I've probably done a pretty good job searching around. I mean, you know, there could be just a random tile that you visit, right? And how would you know without checking every one? That sounds a bit rough. So I think we're going to call that an explorer. I did get, and to be fair, I had 5 things, so maybe there is only 5 things to get. And then that way you don't have to worry about dropping something, but I don't know. I mean, there could be something, like, behind the boss. Seeing as this is, like, the leader. You could check the tile. I can't remember where he started. But you could check the tiles that were potentially below him. Like, that seems to be a reasonable way to hide things, right? But... And I think we've looked into here, because... Yeah, we could see this spot from where the thief used to be. Alright, let's go. Late as usual, Orin. I live the furthest from the sanctuary. Plebeians make excuses to defend their own laziness. As expected for a town that digs dirt for a living. For someone who looks down on our work, you still buy from us. Or, that one time, just outright stealing. It was not stealing, it was compensation for the insult your miners dealt to my knights. Yeah, from a conflict your knights started by being huge twits. I won't bother entertaining such crude accusations. Are you ready to sit down and get this over with? Alright, hopefully I didn't miss too much. Council of town people, leaders, mostly. Mayor Time still isn't here? Oh yeah, she's a little busy. Bah, she doesn't even deserve a place. Start without her. We are also waiting on Caliane, but I believe one of us has an explanation for that. So it's interesting how this council works, right? Time was from that tiny town, but it was the bread basket, so they made a lot of food. Irindi is like the mining trade... I don't know if it's trade exactly, but the mining hub, and also fighters. The guildmaster from wherever they were from is one. We haven't really learned much about these old guy, the nobility. Also, the red-eyed girls from the north in the ice. The Johnstown is a real town. It's not very far from Inan, which is where Caliane was sort of the leader. Like, I don't think she was supposed to be the mayor. She was just, she ran the mercenary company that I guess ran Inan or something. But yeah, it's interesting how they've divided up the crescent. But we have a loose affiliation of town leaders of varying sorts. So, all right. Look, Arbiter, start the formalities. I'd like to announce the 9th, whatever, something gathering of Coastal Coalition, do whatever. The sect gets to be the Arbiter, so great. Alright, what's the first point of discussion? I didn't get an agenda. Okay, this hurts. I have, in real life, we do a lot of meetings in the co-op I live, and there's always so many agendas, and I write a lot of agendas, and people read a lot of agendas, and we used to hand them all out by paper before everyone had emails. Took a long time for our building to switch to paperless, which is kind of a shame. But when I moved in, it was all paper. And oh man, the amount of people saying, we had an agenda? Where's my copy? And then pausing the meeting to go print out. I mean, they could print them out at least, you know, better than whatever these guys do. Sharing them, I guess. Sharing them sucks too. Oh man, it's bringing a lot of memories back. Painful. Alright, agenda? These discussions were never going to follow a structure. Just give it up. By the name of Ellis, how hard is it to follow a piece of paper? You'd be surprised. Which is just as well, since the items on the agenda seem targeted towards the guild. Well, perhaps if the guild retracted its tentacles, that would not be the case. Sean! Sean! Why would you do that? I was just getting to sleep. You don't get to fall asleep. If I have to suffer, you too. Sean with a U. They're both Seans. It's ridiculous. Other spelled Sean, you're just the worst. Ah, there's monsters. They're dead. Are we going to forget Chief Oren's most grievous breach of the treaty? It was the Tide, or maybe the Seahawks that killed your commander, Caliane? Not Irindi. Dear boy, that's like saying, when I behead a man, the axe is guilty. But hold on, we haven't finished... Oren should have to answer for his crime, but the guild is just as guilty as he is. Plenty of pirates and adventurers are paid with guild coin to attack our ships and men. Allegations still unproven, unlike what your knights have done, which is plenty proven. How could anyone have proved that Oren killed Caliane? The only reason anyone knows she's dead is that, like, we told them. Because she got eaten by monsters after we killed her. Remember, like, it was when we were defending the airship, and they all flew out, or well, I guess they walked over to kill us, and then we flew away, and they all got eaten by trees and stuff, and zombies. I don't know. I don't think any of those people got away. Arbiter, give me the wording in the treaty. Fine. Alright. Colonies of the Crescent must not take offensive measures towards each other. That's it. What does that even mean? What does it matter? Why am I here? Please, can I go home? I'm tired of this meeting. He's my spirit animal for every committee meeting I've ever had. Honestly, it's not that bad, but seriously, some are bad. It's as clear as day that an offensive measure means only direct attacks. I've only defended my own territory. But Prince Jeziel and Chief Oren have no such excuse. If your territory was the entire Cerulean Crescent, can we just take up... Sorry, woman, you're not allowed to speak. I'm old and noble, and you're not. Offensive measures mean only unjust military acts. Any action I've taken has had plenty of justification, unlike that of Irindi or the Guild. Okay, yeah. You mean he's... Maybe old people just suck. The tower's bad. He's probably the oldest person on our team. Well, for now. I know a few people that joined that are probably older, but I think he's the oldest Origin member. And Jeziel here is certainly... Well, the guild mistress is pretty old too, but I don't know. Anyway, he's definitely a jerk. I believe that is your definition. And of course, you are also deciding what is just. Arguing over... Shush! Of course I can decide what's just. I am a prince. Alice, please. Strike me down. End my misery. Did you hear that? Did you hear the Shawns were down there keeping watch? Nah. Seriously, I heard something. Look, I'm done. Mike is practically deaf. I didn't ask for a fireball to go off by my ears. Just drop it. Wait, he's deaf because someone fireballed him? He got the tinnitus ear popping thing? I'm serious. Serious? Serious. Wait, is his name Serious? Or he's just serious? Serious. Ah, the monsters get them too. I demand compensation for my losses. The sun would sooner freeze over. She just walks out. It's like, that's it. You guys are crazy. I'm done. How very curious that... is something wrong? Did you choke on a fly? It's a windy night, but that was definitely not the wind. Maybe you're just hard of hearing. Mike and Sean and Bob and Dave and Jim and Jimmy, they're all dead. They're gone. So, this is your plan. How brazen. What? Nah. Alright, performance is over. Get to action. Don't let her escape. She's escaping. Sequoia attacks her. Out of the way. 1,000 thanks, dear boy. We literally helped her escape. And she's destroying all the monsters, because she's pretty strong once she found an axe. You imbecile! Why would you do such a thing? The monsters were attacking. I wasn't about to see a life taken by vile treachery. Also, it sounds like you guys are traitors. I thought you were a man of honor, but to attempt to murder on neutral ground agreed upon for decades. She was your enemy just as much as ours. Well, I will not compromise my own integrity to reap the benefits. He's totally Goku. He would never cheat. Okay, I get it. Then know that your integrity earns you a quick death. 8? Hey, no. Ow, I don't even... Where's my javelin? Ow, that hurts. That did a lot of damage. This was not part of the agreement. The agreement didn't involve Orin compromising my plans. You told me he wouldn't interfere. I didn't know he would do this, stupid fool. But he was supposed to be unharmed. If we lose the Guildmaster because of this, I'll do more than one blow of my axe. Also, how come you didn't kill them? You had the first strike. Have you caught the Guildmaster, Captain Sequoia? It is with much embarrassment that I return empty-handed, because I am useless. Did you not have the place surrounded? We did open up one little hole in the escape route. How did a decrepit old woman slip through? Old she may be, but age has not made her any less slippery. Our beast temporarily turned on our handlers, unreliable things, and she ran through with the speed of a woman a quarter of her age. Relying on experimental weapons bites us again. Should have seen it coming. Why must I be so cursed by the incompetence of others? If it wasn't for Orin, I'll cleave his head from his shoulders. You don't want to lose me as an ally, Prince. Not now. You still defend him, even as he's left our plan in tatters. Friends, let's not bicker. Now that the Guildmaster lives, we must stand together. If our alliance fractures... Yes, I don't need you to remind me. Don't call me friend. I shall let him live in my infinite mercy. Well, you do speak the truth, Sequoia. There is another loose end to tie up before we discuss our next step. Arbiter. Violating neutral ground and employing heretical monsters? I suppose you're prepared for the Sect's wrath. Yep, that's a given. Now, would you kindly have an extended stay here? Our treat. And here I thought I'd be home by morning. This keeps getting worse and worse. Take the Arbiter and Orin to the cells. Sheesh, no need to get rough. I can just walk. Get a healer. Let's not look so grim. My mother always told me, if the bread is burnt, enjoy the crunch. What? Is that supposed to mean something? She means make the best of any situation, I think. We have got the advantage of surprise. We can still enjoy the crunch. It will take time for news to reach the guild. We must hit them at every angle with all we've got. Let's discuss the exact details, preferably not standing around a half-dead man. Oh, man. I didn't want to be half-dead. I want to be fully alive. Okay, so a little bit of a short episode today. But that's Orin. I'm sure we'll see him again. Maybe we'll even have to rescue him from prison. Jailbreak episodes. It's very classic in Fire Emblem. I don't think... I'm thinking possibly every Fire Emblem has had at least one jailbreak chapter. But I'm not 100%, but I think it's pretty close. So, maybe we'll get one of those in a bit. Anyway, that's all for today. Shorter episode. But that's all good, because that just means I'm fired up to record some more for next time. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. You learned a little bit of story. We saw what Orin's up to, and we found out that all the other factions are backstabbing each other and doing bad things. So if you thought last episode that Ellery was mean for wanting to get vengeance on Inan for invading Irindi and riling up all the peasants to go fight, just look at what everybody else is doing. It's the same thing. So she's not that different than everybody else. And it just proves to me that Orianne and Tower are like just super hypocrites. They live in Fantasyland. For whatever reasons, they seem to think they're different than everybody else. But everyone is kind of doing the same thing. Anyway, some people are a bit better than others. Orin wasn't cool with killing someone during a treaty or during a meeting on neutral ground, like a parlay. And he gets almost killed for it. Poor guy. Then again, he's also pretty happy to kill people that get in his way, so, Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.